Ohayo gozaimasu, Anton in Japan here, and welcome to our newest renovation project here, just 80 minutes outside of Tokyo. This house used to be owned by a Japanese billionaire. We got the keys just a few months ago, and everything is left intact inside. We have guns, we have rifles, we have beautiful art, and a lot of other things that we haven't had time to explore yet. But we'll do that together with you, because this is Chiba Waterfall House. Ohayo gozaimasu, ojama shimasu, and welcome to Chiba Waterfall House. And as you can tell, this house is gorgeous. It's already beautiful despite being vacant for such a long time. And you can tell that the previous owner, the billionaire who built and owned this house, had a fantastic sense. If you just look around, look at the walls, look at the beautiful art and photography on the walls, these are things that we would like to revive and put our own Japandi and Anton in Japan stamp to it. So you mix it with the previous owner's taste. But how did I get to buy an old abandoned hunting lodge owned by a Japanese billionaire? Let me give you the full story. So everything in Japan builds on trust. And I've been buying and renovating older houses in Japan for a few years now. And right before Christmas, a broker that I know, that I have been working with previously, called me up and said, "Hey Anton, I have a perfect house for you." I was working on Sangenjaya Villa and the Japandi village in Sangenjaya, so I didn't have time, I didn't have money, and I wasn't really that interested. But she knew me. She was very persistent and told me, "You have to go and see this house. It has a private waterfall, it's owned by a billionaire, and it says your name in big letters on the roof." 2 days later, me and my friend Antonio, we came here to have a look, and I fell in love with the house. The location, the sun hitting like between the forest and the trees. And then I walked down about 50 meters, and then you have this massive waterfall and the sound of water pouring down. And I knew that this is a house that I would love to revive and spend time. So before I called up the broker, I brought my partner, Lia-chan, here as well. And she said the same thing. "This is fantastic. This is a power spot. You can feel the energy by being here." So we bought this, and we've been waiting for our other projects to be made beautifully before we could spend time and looking through this house and starting the revival of this soon-to-be beautiful house again. It sits on about 2,000 square meters of land, and we paid about $25,000 US for the house, including everything inside. It is a little bit of a mission to get down here, but we have a very nice plan on how to get building material and new kitchens and things down here. And I'm super excited to revive this house together with you and together with Lia-chan. And then we have Mose. We're going to spend 3-4 days a week and trying to revive this soon-to-be beautiful house. All right, enough talking. Let's explore together. So for once, this house is actually really easy to understand. You step inside, it's a really big and nice ceiling already. You have 2 bedrooms, one on each side, tatami, beautiful. And then you have all these intricate details that I will show you in about a minute or so. But before I give you a more throughout tour of the entire house, let me show you my garden. The garden itself, you could tell that it was well maintained. A lot of beautiful stones everywhere. They're like beautiful pots like this. There's a lot of like cool pieces of wood. I don't know what I think about the sheep here. Maybe they mean something. I don't know much about landscaping. So if you know how to build a beautiful garden, a beautiful Japanese garden, maybe even a moss garden here, you're free to send me a message. There's something about this that feels like a mix of Ghibli and maybe like European architecture somehow. It's kind of like a Swiss Alpen or a German like ski lodge somehow. But I think this area right here is going to be the main area. But imagine here having a big wooden deck with a big sauna, a cold plunge. And the craziest part right here, you're not gonna believe this. There is a really luxury hotel like just around the street here, and they're marketing themselves as closest to the waterfall, but actually we're closest to the waterfall. But what they do have is they have onsen water. So if they're nice to us, maybe we can borrow their onsen water and make the cold plunge and turn this entire waterfall house into an onsen house with real onsen water. I think that would be really cool. I can't wait to revive this with you guys. This is gonna be a great one. Let me give you a house tour of the entire house inside, and we will bring in a special guest. Someone who's been working with me at Japandi Houses Sangenjaya Villa in Tokyo. Mose!
Hey Anton.
Hello, welcome, welcome to Chiba.
Thank you. I'm helping Anton with his tiles mainly, but I'm also learning carpentry.
And this is our next project. Let's have a tour.
Let's go.
The first thing that you can see is like, it was a hunting lodge.
Yeah.
And he was a fantastic photographer. So there's a lot of art and things on the walls, a lot of his photography, but there's also like, it used to be a crossbow over there. And it used to be rifles and guns. There was one gun up there, and then this room was filled with guns.
Wow.
So everything you see here now are things that are legal things. Things that we can actually touch and things that we can actually revive if we want to. Me personally, I love this bench. I don't even know like if you could buy something like that, really. I've never seen anything like it. But my idea here is to clean everything up, make it like really like open here and keep like all the art. I would love to keep this chair as well. Look at that saw as well. Whoa, it's also very heavy.
Wow.
You should try it.
Oh. Wow.
And this looks like it comes from a temple. But it's the same with this one. They're like probably taken from elsewhere and just put here as room dividers.
Yeah, I think he saw it somewhere.
Yeah.
Picked it up.
The big picture of the house is you enter, you have this big like tall ceiling.
Yeah.
You have a big dining table here. You could dine maybe 6-8 people.
Yeah.
And then you have the sauna and barbecue and stuff on the backside. But you could have a barbecue and cook food here too, right?
If we make like a horigotatsu around it.
If we make that, this space is gonna be pretty hard to walk around. So if you would build this away, it would feel even bigger in a way. Because it's already bright and you already have this wooden feel. And this is usually what we build, right? We build a higher ceiling, we add sunlight and we add wood, but it's already there.
Yeah.
This is a karaoke machine. I'm sure you viewers, you have no idea what a karaoke machine is. Clarion. It's a microphone. But like this is pretty cool as well. Like you open here. It is really a power spot here, I feel. Let's check out the other rooms as well.
Okay, let's go.
The gun room, the hunter room. That's deer? Must be. What, 2002? So maybe it's vacant for 23 years, could be. And this is where all the guns and muskets were.
I see.
They were hanging here on the wall. So we have a bayonet. This was not illegal to have. I'll make a video about gun laws and stuff in Japan at some point. Yeah, as you see, there are so many things and so many treasures hidden. What is not so fun and what's not so manageable is dealing with all the futons and all the textiles, because everything is so moldy, it smells, and it's just a throwaway.
Yeah.
Maybe they left some money inside of the futons.
Well, maybe.
This is pretty cool as well. Fridge for his film. Doesn't smell too bad inside though. I never actually checked inside the fridges. Are you excited or are you scared or?
A bit scared.
I have a bad feeling about this. I have a really bad feeling about this. They put charcoal in the freezer. It doesn't smell bad at all.
Yeah.
You do that actually under Japanese houses sometimes. For it to smell and feel
I
good.
see. Also charcoal, more charcoal.
More charcoal.
Let's go.
Say no.
Oh, it's clean.
Yeah, we never checked this one.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Whoa, very clean. And now we can see the structure of the house too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the structure is good. It's a concrete base.
Nice! We're working with good bones. And what about the kitchen? That's something that I might need your help with as well. Nothing special really, but it's fairly big, I think. If you could have the barbecue space in kind of like relation to the kitchen. The barbecue space would be here on the backside, right in front of the lime and the apple tree.
Yeah.
And then to the left side, it's the sauna and the...
Yeah. I think the whole outdoor paradise can start here.
Right?
Yeah.
And that entrance I'm talking about is here on this wall. It's a kumitori toilet.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So we'll...
That's tiny.
It is tiny.
Wow.
I'll keep this tiles.
Yeah, that's pretty.
The door to the outdoor space would be there. Then we cut this out and we turn this into like another door.
Wow, look at the window. I like the heights though. When you go a bit lower, almost close to the ground.
Yeah.
It's a nice view here.
So we have about 80 square meters and it's a very open and bright kind of floor plan.
Yeah.
But we do have the 2 tatami rooms as well, right?
Yes.
We're going to turn this into kind of like a vacation rental as well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we have 2 bedrooms where they're like a little bit bigger than a normal tatami room. So they're 9 tatami each. Usually my houses in Tokyo are about 6 tatami rooms for
Yeah,
each room.
yeah.
4.5 sometimes even.
Me personally, I love tatami.
Yeah.
So I would like to maybe not keep it, but get new ones.
Yeah, of course.
But I also know some foreigners doesn't like it as much.
Yep.
Because it has a unique smell. So we could do 1 flooring and 1 tatami. So at least they have a choice.
Look at her.
We can try to move the Hilori to one of the bedrooms.
Yeah.
And we have 1 like really Japanese touch room. I don't know if it's possible, but
It should be. And if that's so, I just realized there are no like fusuma or anything in that room. So I think it would make more sense if this room turns into the super Japanese one. Because you have the shoji, fusuma, tatami,
Yeah.
and then irori in the middle would be like crazy.
yeah, good idea.
We could do that. But I really like the idea of having 1 room very Western and 1 room more Japanese. So let's go for that. I think that's a great idea. The first thing would be to just like look at all the treasures and decide what to keep, what to not keep. So we probably gotta start with one of the rooms and then we keep all the treasures in that 1 room, I believe. How long time you reckon this will take us?
It's really hard to tell, but for now I think we can guess around 3 months. Could be a bit longer, cause lot to clean.
So we might be ready until the beautiful fall leaves. October, November.
Let's set that for our goal.
Okay.
For now, yeah.
So we have an opening around October, November.
Yes.
Okay. And now you've heard it too. So now we have a little bit pressure. We're gonna make this happen.
We're gonna
make this happen.
頑張りましょう。
頑張りましょう。お願いします。And thanks to you for watching our first video of reviving the coolest Akiya in Japan, right next to the waterfall, Chiba Waterfall House or Japandi Waterfall House. We still haven't decided on a name yet. We're super excited to have you with us. And as you can tell, the house has an immense potential, the soul, the tradition. And you could tell that someone really cared about this house. And that is what we're gonna revive with our Japandi taste. Leave me a comment, leave me a message if you want to be a part of this revival. And every week we will post videos starting this summer until we're finished, hopefully before the Koyo, the beautiful fall leaves of Japan hits the Yoro Valley here in Chiba. Thank you so much for being a part of this journey. I'm Anton in Japan. And where do we start? どこで始めればいいの?